Okay. Well, welcome everybody to our UNIV 100 Virtual Resource Fair. My name is Tori Shea. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the Associate Director of Student Transition in the Office of Orientation and Transition. We have lots and lots of presenters today here to present to our UNIV 100 instructors. This meeting is being recorded so that we can distribute it to instructors who are not able to join us live. And I do want to just go over some helpful things about the webinar for participants as well as for our panelists. Panelists, each presenter is going to have about 2 to 3 minutes to share what their office or department has to offer. And I do know that is a fast amount of time, but we wanted to fit in as many people as possible. I will be clicking through your slides for you if you have preloaded them. We have also collected information from each of our panelists, the slides, as well as any handouts or things that will be made available on our instructor resource drive next week for instructors to utilize. If you do have questions, we will most likely not have time to do that live, so please utilize the Q&A feature. Panelists will have permission to be able to respond to those Q&As, and if not, they will be giving you contact information as well that you can direct your questions directly to the resource after our presentation. And then without that, so I am going to, just as a heads up, I will go off camera and I ask that you all panelists, if you can go off camera while you're not presenting. When you are presenting, if you would like to come on camera, come on camera. I will come on camera about 30 seconds to when you need to wrap up. So once you see my face, you've got about 30 seconds left and then we'll transition. And if you can just say next for me, I will know when to click next. So our first presenter is the Clarice.
Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Carlos Howard, and I am the Marketing Communications Coordinator at the Clarice Smith Performing Arts Center, where we house the performing arts at Maryland. I wanted to share information with you about our upcoming 2024-2025 season. The season was released a few months ago, and we are about to release free student tickets. University of Maryland students are entitled to tickets for performances at the Clarice across music, theater, dance, and comedy. And you can sign up at theclarice.umd.edu for your free student tickets. I wanted to also take this time to invite you to our opening festival. Next Now Fest 2024 is a multi-day festival in live music, comedy, theater, dance, workshops, and arts and crafts. It takes place at the Clarice and beyond across campus on September 4th through 10. All our events are free, and we hope that you will join us for this celebration of campus creativity.
For those students interested in participating in a music ensemble at the University of Maryland, the School of Music is pleased to offer over 20 ensembles, many of which can be joined by students regardless of major. We have bands, orchestras, choirs, and jazz ensembles, all which are open to students. All of our ensembles are curricular, so they are classes, one-credit classes, and each one has a different time requirement and rigor just depending on the ensemble that the students are participating in. If you're interested in finding out more information about what ensembles are available and how you can join them, you can visit music.umd.edu/ensembles.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much to the Clarice. Our next presenter is the Office of Civil Rights and Sexual Misconduct.
Hello, everyone. My name is Julie Steinhorn. I'm the admin assistant for the Office of Civil Rights and Sexual Misconduct. And here's some contact information that you'll be able to access with the slides later. Next slide, please. So the Office of Civil Rights and Sexual Misconduct, we respond to reports of discrimination and harassment, which includes sexual misconduct. We also provide supportive measures to ensure parties have equal access to the university. I'll describe that a little more in a future slide. We provide support and resources for pregnant and parenting students, and we also conduct university-wide training and education programming. Next slide, please. So training and education. So the OCRSM offers compliance training presentations on a variety of different topics, in person and virtual. We also have interactive conversation-based workshops for participants to reflect on and implement healthy relationship behaviors in their daily lives. Please know the instructions on how to request a training or a workshop is available on this slide, which you'll be able to access later. Next slide, please. So supportive measures. Supportive measures ensure equal access for folks to educate their educational programs or activities at UMD. Also, only a report is needed to receive supportive measures. So please know that filing a formal complaint is not required to receive supportive measures. Next slide, please. So we have some resource links here. The most important thing, if there's anything to take away from this, is that as instructors, you are required to notify Title IX coordinator or our office if you become aware of any type of sexual harassment or misconduct, and it's called a responsible university employee, or RU for short. So this can include if a student in your class discloses an incident of sexual harassment or misconduct to you. Also, please know that we have specific language that you can include in your syllabus that we have linked on this slide here. And you can discuss it in the syllabus with students at the start of the semester, of course. Again, these are all linked on this slide. Next slide, please. All right, thank you so much. And, you know, as I mentioned before, all these links to these slides will all be able to access later, as Tori mentioned. And if you have any further questions, you'll be able to access more information on our website. And then Alejandra Galarce Diaz is our training manager for policy and prevention, or her contact information, as well as mine, is linked on this slide as well. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you, Julie. Next up, we have Army ROTC.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Terry McCall. I'm the recruiter in Army ROTC, and Army ROTC is a department in the College of Undergraduate Studies. But our primary purpose for being here at the University of Maryland is to find young people who want to become Army officers. And ROTC is a curriculum that they take while they're students here that prepares them to be second lieutenants. So what I can offer for UNIV 100 is I can certainly talk, what ROTC is and how it works on campus, and the scholarship program, because we are the largest scholarship program in the country, paying for about 95 cadets tuition here at Maryland. I can also offer a presentation that's tailored towards specific academic disciplines. So, for instance, biological sciences, Army medicine, criminal justice, military police in the Army, and kind of tie, what that field of academia does in the Army and how it can be used. So I can offer those things for anybody who's interested. I neglected to put any contact information on the slide itself. I think that Tori has it in another place, but if not, our website is easy to find, UMD Army ROTC, and you'll be able to get a hold of me that way.
Perfect, thank you. And we will add your contact information there, so no worries. Okay, so next up we have Education Abroad.
Thank you so much, Tori. Hi, everybody. My name is Natalie Brady. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the Assistant Director for Advising in the Education Abroad Office. Next slide, please. As you all may or may not be aware, we have a lot of global opportunities for our students, and our TERPs can study abroad in over 60 countries, and we work with students in every major and class standing. Our programs run 365 days a year and can be as short as a week or as long as an academic year. These are some photos of our students abroad, and we hope to keep growing our Terps abroad, our photos and our stories. Next slide, please. We know that planning and early planning is crucial to making study abroad a reality. Earlier planning allows students to really kind of understand the processes involved in studying abroad, including getting a passport, booking a flight for possibly the first time on their own, doing visa processes, making sure that their credits come back. And so we can absolutely present to your UNIV classes on study abroad basics and understanding next steps and resources to help make study abroad a reality. Next step, please. So resources that we can provide, I alluded to that presentation. We can definitely come and give a 25-30-minute presentation and have time for Q&As for your students. We can absolutely send a 5-minute video to you to input into your materials. We can create digital flyers and posters for your students. And of course, we just relaunched a brand new website last year. And there's a lot of great information here that we hope is a lot more intuitive to find than our old website. So for students, there's program, academic, financial, and identity-based resources on that website. And for you, especially if you are working to advise any students academically, there are campus partner resources and how you might be involved in that process. So a lot of good information. Next slide, please. And if you have any questions, just generally, feel free to reach out to our Education Abroad email, our general email. To request a class visit or materials, please reach out to Greta, who is our outreach coordinator. Greta can be reached at the email there. And one last great place to really connect with us or to just see what study abroad is all about and have your students engage with us that way. The Study Abroad Fair is coming up on September 4th and will be in the Grand Ballroom in Stamp. So we look forward to hopefully seeing you all there, or at least seeing some of your UNIV students there. It will be a great time full of freebies and lots of different programs for students to explore. Thank you all so much.
Thanks so much, Natalie. Appreciate it. Our next presenter, sorry, y'all, I keep losing my mouse a little bit here, is the Office of Sustainability.
Hi everyone, my name is Savannah and I work at the Office of Sustainability, and we have a program for all Univ 100 and introductory first year classes called the Sustainability Advisors. And our advisors are typically upperclassmen at the University of Maryland, and we train them to give a 30-minute presentation for first year students to kind of acclimate them about the general sustainability definition and also chat about what sustainability looks like at UMD and ways that they can take action and get involved. So we do have a request form that is on our website, and I know some people in the audience have already filled that request form out, but you can also go on our website and submit a form, and we have presentations that are offered from September 16th to November 27th, and then also feel free to send me an email if you have any questions. Next slide, Tori, please. Oh, that's our link.
Sorry about that. Hang on one second. I must have clicked on the actual link instead of making this into full screen. Oh, no, I guess the picture is linking. There you go.
Amazing. And then another resource that we have for students is the Sustainable UMD newsletter, and this is run through our office, and it's a great way for students to get aware of upcoming events as well as internship and job opportunities that are happening on campus. And then we also like to plug our Instagram account because that's where we share more up-to-date information about events, outreach, and other news about what's happening for campus sustainability. But thank you all. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Perfect, thank you. So our next presenter is Accessibility and Disability Services.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Marnie Marsh. I'm a disability specialist in the ADS office.
And I'm Kimberly Williams. I'm also a disability specialist with ADS as well.
So our main role is that we provide reasonable accommodations to qualified individuals with documented disabilities to ensure equal access to services, programs, and activities sponsored by the University of Maryland.
And we typically handle all academic, housing, and student employment requests. So we work with undergraduate, graduate, transfer, visiting students, as well as hourly student employees. If they do have a documented disability, we work with a range of documented disabilities, such as like medical, psychological, if they are deaf or hard of hearing, if they have a vision loss, learning disability, or physical disability as well. So students may self-disclose to their instructor that they are seeking accommodation, and the instructor can direct those students to our website. On our website, we have guidelines for how to get registered with our office, and the student can complete our registration application if they are hoping to request academic accommodations. We do have a separate application process for housing accommodations, and in both of those applications, students will just self-disclose what challenges they might experience and attach any documentation they have to support those requests. And then the student will meet with the disability specialist, in which we'll finalize those accommodations. And for academics, once that process has been completed, the student will be responsible for sharing those accommodation letters with the instructors. So those accommodation letters will be coming directly to the instructor's email address. If it's for housing accommodations, those students will work with ResLife. And as for hourly student employment accommodations, those students will work with their supervisors. So that's the process for our registration thing. And next slide, please, Tori. And this is just the written guidelines. At the very bottom there is our website.
And then these are our contact information if you need to get in contact with our office. I also wanted to mention that we do have several outreach initiatives that we do. We do presentations to instructors and also at events. We also do tabling events. We have flyers and handouts if you want to come and get those and put them up in your classrooms. We also have lots of helpful information on the ADS website. So you can check that out. We have also, I forgot to mention, we have a professor's warm line or consultation line that you can call if you have questions, and a disability specialist will reach out to you personally to answer your questions. So we have a lot going on at ADS.
Thank you for your time.
Perfect, thank you both so much. All right, our next presenter is from the LGBTQ+ Equity Center.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chancellor Thompson. I go by they and she pronouns. I am the Associate Director for the LGBTQ+ Equity Center. Our center provides campus leadership and expertise for LGBTQ+ folks on campus. We have 4 main areas that we concentrate on. One is community building, which usually consists of programming to bring LGBTQ+ folks and allies together. We deal with advocacy, advocating on behalf of student, faculty, and staff. We have our own internal resources, and we also connect the larger campus community to resources. And we also provide education and training. For more information, you can visit our website, which is lgbtq.umd.edu. And this link down here is our general email address. Next slide, please. We have all of our fall 2024 programs ready. On the 27th, we will have our Qualcomm celebration, which is a big queer resource fair and celebration. We have Queer Recess, which happens weekly. And we also have Queer Book Club. In addition, this year we are revamping our Lavender Leadership Honor Society to follow students year long. The Lavender Leadership Honor Society is for student activists who have experience in social justice education, and we provide workshops and leadership expertise and support for them. Next slide. If you would like to subscribe to our Rainbow Report, this is a QR code. I realize that folks may not have the time to click on it, so we will be sure to send the link to make sure that people can subscribe. Our Rainbow Report has all the information about our events and everything that's happening, as well as things LGBTQ+ related on the entire campus. And finally, just a reminder for Qualcomm, which will be August 27th in Stamp Grand Ballroom, 2 to 5 p.m. We have over 75 campus partners who are coming to table. We have food, games, giveaways, and really fun activities. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much. And next up, we have the Office of Student Conduct.
Thanks, Tori. Hey all, my name is Jenna Sutphin. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a coordinator within the Office of Student Conduct. So the Office of Student Conduct is going to kind of review any of those incident reports that we receive from our community for non-academic or academic concerns. So specifically resources for students. We recognize those codes are pretty clunky at times, so we do have handouts available that you could share out with your students. On the academic side, there are different academic misconduct tutorials that cover those violations. So if you're working with international students, there's an international specific tutorial, as well as just a general overview. We have a captured kind of resources. And then we also invite students a part of the process to adjudicate concerns. So if students are wanting to get involved more, they are welcome to join the University Student Judiciary, or USJ, which again help ensure that our TERPs are thriving in alignment with those campus policies. Tori, next slide, please. Specific for staff members, we recognize, again, this might be our first few times, you know, presenting or kind of overseeing a course. And so, you know, if it is that first time, there might be some concerns that come up in your course specifically. So if you're engaging and needing to refer to our office, if you'd like to reach out before, you can always feel free to contact us. Or you need those specific referral forms, those are captured there. There are a lot of resources on our website as well if you're needing language for your syllabus and things like that. So that information specifically can be found at that faculty staff info link. We also host different presentations. We've gotten a couple of requests already. So if you'd like us to come in and present and break those codes down a little bit more with your students, feel free to submit that request and we will follow back up and are happy to come in and present to students. That is all from me. So thanks, y'all.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming. Okay, next up, we have Neurodiversity and Autism Transition Services. Kathy, are you here? Okay, well, we will come back. Division of IT, are you all here? We're a little ahead of the game, so yeah. Are you all ready or you need a few minutes?
No, I'm ready to go.
Okay, perfect.
Hello, my name is Michael Arsenault, and I'm from the Division of Information Technology, or just DIT for short. We provide IT services, support, and training for the entire campus. Things like email, Wi-Fi, Zoom, and online course registration. You can find all of this information on our website, it.umd.edu. Next slide, please. Terrapin Tech is great for getting in-person support with computer or software issues. If you're having issues with EDUROAM or your UMD email, our service desk is a great place to call. If you don't feel like calling or going in person, you can look through our support articles at itsupport.umd.edu. There are many useful reference and instructional guides for UMD services and systems. Next slide, please. You can check out our outage website to see if an IT service is out, and our IT alert website to check for the latest information on our IT services. DIT is working hard to improve and update our UMD app. It is a great resource for all things UMD. It has student schedules, events, dining hall traffic, and more. The UMD app is also customizable, so students can suit it to their needs. To keep up with IT news on campus, such as outages or other important information, follow us on social media. We constantly monitor social media and answer IT-related questions. Next slide. Terpware is our library of all the software UMD offers to students, faculty, and staff, many at no extra cost. This is a great resource for students looking for software to improve their studying, or if they're in need of a specific software for a class or their major. One Button Studios allows students to create high-quality videos for their classes, or maybe even a passion project. UMD Virtual Desktop is a good way to use software that your computer can't run. And for some students, this might be an alternative to buying a completely new laptop. Next slide. DIT always strives to help out fellow Terps with IT issues and is always working to improve UMD's services and systems. We'd love to come and present to your class about IT services and answer student questions. If you're interested, please email Ryan Rains at rains@umd.edu to set it up. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, our next presenter is going to be the Counseling Center. Allison, are you here? We're running about 5 minutes ahead, so let's just pause for a second. Okay, well, I am going to take this opportunity to just refresh these slides real quick. Counseling Center, Allison. Okay. We can come back. Teaching and Learning Services, UMD Libraries, are y'all here? Okay. All right, you know what? We will take a short break. I'm going to pause. And we will come back at 12:35 and continue. Allison, I see you on here. Are you all ready? Yep. Okay, perfect. Sorry. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Oh, didn't you just say that there was a break happening for people?
Yeah, but we can keep going. There's not many participants on here, so we're recording it, but we're gonna send it out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we'll just keep it flowing. You've got some more time though, so you got a few minutes if you want to expand.
Oh, cool. Okay, thanks. Great. So, hi everyone. I am Allison Asarch. I'm one of the psychologists in the Counseling Center, and I'm also our coordinator for outreach and consultation services. So I'm glad to be here talking to you all today. You all are doing such important things with UNIV 100. And so I'm happy to share a little bit about our resources. So I want to highlight two things in terms of what we think it would be super helpful for you all to share with students about what it is that we offer. So the first one I want to talk about is the wellness series, something that you might have heard about before, but if not, in the wellness series, we have 16 different topics of skill sessions. And they're all drop-in programs. So they happen throughout the semester. They'll be happening Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 4 o'clock for the live sessions. But we also have recordings of them too. So students can access the recordings if they're not available at the time of the sessions. But like I said, there's 16 different topics, so there's a lot of things for students to relate to. And we look at it as a really easy and accessible way for students to be focusing on their mental health and continuing to maintain mental health, even if they're not struggling. We really, really don't want students to wait until they're struggling to be starting to work on their mental health. And this is a very like user-friendly way to do that. So students can attend any of the sessions, all of them. It's totally up to them. They can go to a session more than one time if they wanted to. So that's something that we like to highlight. One, because we want every student to know about it because it's such an accessible way of focusing on mental health. But two, because this is a great way. I know a lot of you in your classes like to ensure that students are, that there's a focus on mental health, and this is a great way to do that. So it is possible also to request outreach programming from us and have the Counseling Center come to your class. But I do want to mention that it's sometimes a little bit challenging because our staff is also seeing the students for their clinical appointments. And so we do have to balance the demand for our outreach programming with all of our clinical demand and all of the students who are coming in. And so the wellness series is actually an excellent way to ensure that students are getting those skills without necessarily utilizing the time where we're also seeing students for therapy appointments. And so a way that instructors have done this in the past is by encouraging a student to choose any of the wellness series topics and then write a little bit about that. And so if that's something you want to incorporate into your syllabus, you're more than welcome to do that. That's totally up to you. And also, I just want to mention Mental Health Awareness Week. It's coming the first full week of October. We're going to have a lot of programming. I don't have more information to share at this time about it, but I wanted you all to be aware because that could be something that you're really sharing with students as well. And then I want to share a little bit about some things for you all. So a few things to keep in mind. One, we have the faculty and staff warm line at the Counseling Center, which is a consultation service for faculty and staff. So if you're ever concerned about a student's mental health and you want to know what to do to help them, to guide them, how do you offer support, how do you encourage them to go to the Counseling Center, we can absolutely help with that. So you just give us a call and let us know that you're calling for the warm line or that you're calling to consult. It's not a hotline, it is a warm line, so it's not an emergency service. If there is emergency, please use our emergency services on campus, which is UMPD. But this is more so, we'll call you back same day. You won't be able to reach somebody in that moment. And so that's why we call it a warm line. I also wanted to mention the red folder, which is a one-pager. Well, it's actually one page, both sides, so 2 pages, about how to help students in distress. I did include that in the material. There was a request for materials that was put out so that you all could get those materials and use them. That's in there. So I'm not sure how it is that you'll all receive that, but the red folder's in there. So please feel free to utilize that however is useful for you. And then I just want to share a couple trainings too that we have that might be useful for you in your support of students. So one is our Helping Students in Distress workshops. They're 1-hour virtual workshops that really get into the basics of understanding the resources on campus and how to recognize and respond to student distress. And Terps for Terps is a much more in-depth suicide prevention training program. And all of these are available this coming semester.
Thank you so much for that, Allison. Appreciate you, as always.
All right. Well, nice to see you all. Take good care.
Okay, so our next presenter is Teaching and Learning Services, UMD Libraries. Benjamin, are you here?
I am, yes. Thank you so much for sitting down.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
Yes. So hi, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. I'm here on behalf of Amber Pierdonock-Weed, who couldn't be here today, but she's available for contact if you have any questions. Next slide, please. Yes, Amber is available to reach out to you. If you have any questions about library services that we can provide for University 100 students, we have a number of resources that I'm going to go through right now. Next slide, please. So just wanted to mention that we have a new catalog at the libraries as of May 2024 called UMD Discover. It works a little bit differently. There are a lot of new resources and ways students can use that. There is a UMD Discover guide on the library website. I'm going to send these slides out afterwards so you have access to all of these links. The main change is the opportunity to search for most things that students want all in one space. Something else that we have at the library, if we can move to the next slide, sorry, is our top textbooks program. Just wanted to highlight that we have over 500 textbooks from UMD's largest courses available for 4-hour checkout in McKeldin Library and at the STEM Library. This is part of our effort to try to get textbook costs down, so this could be a good resource to share with students, especially University 100 students who are new to the university. We also have a number of resources that you can use in University 100 classes to get folks more familiar with the libraries. We developed this McKeldin Library Scavenger Hunt, which is an asynchronous scavenger hunt focused on services and spaces in McKeldin Library. So we have a worksheet that you can give out to people and an answer key available. There's everything available on the UMD Library's website in the middle of one of the guides that I'm going to mention in just a bit. Next slide, please. And we have our links here to the library scavenger hunt and a link to the answer key as well. There's also a broader thing that we have developed at the libraries. It's called Library Quest. It's focused on English 101, but it's still applicable to University 100. It teaches students about doing research in McKeldin Library through kind of an interactive game situation. You're trying to help Testudo with something, trying to make this a little bit fun to navigate through the library website and through library resources. We also have a more broad information literacy toolkit. So this is kind of an extensive set of resources for instructors for lesson plans, worksheets, slides, and more about incorporating information literacy concepts into your classroom. So we have a number of different activities with the worksheets and all the materials that you need to run these in your own class. You can also direct students towards some of these activities on the library website as well. And yeah, that is the resources that I wanted to highlight. I'm happy to answer more questions about anything that we have on the library website. You can also contact Amber at apearden@umd.edu or my entire unit at libues@umd.edu. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, next up we have Leadership and Community Service Learning.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Pamela Gauss, and I'm with Leadership and Community Service Learning. We're located in the Stamp. Next slide, please. Next slide. Thank you. So we offer several programs, some of which I'm sure you've heard of. There are some of our signature programs, but we do offer a lot more than just our signature programs. Some of our signature programs are alternative breaks. This semester, we have some alternative weekend experiences as well as winter experiences and spring break experiences. Maryland Mentor Corps, students can get involved with some of our Title IX schools and volunteer as mentors at the elementary schools. Terps for Change. Terps for Change that offer students the opportunity to volunteer with some of our community partners in community service learning. And then Maryland Leadership. That is a great opportunity for students to get involved and learn more about leadership and their leadership development. We have 2 signature programs there, Terrapin Leadership Institute, which starts this semester, and we also have the Leadership Conference, which is in the spring. And then we have the Leadership Studies is an academic program. The Intro to Leadership is a gen ed, and you can encourage your students to take that if they want to see how they do in leadership and maybe are interested in. They can take it as a gen ed, and then they can, if they like it, they can pursue a certificate or as a minor. And then, of course, very importantly, we have Terps Vote. It's a very active program right now, especially in this election year, where we really teach students a little bit more about their civic duties. And we have services 24/7 where students can volunteer with many of we have about 300 community partners where they can volunteer. Next slide. We do have a newsletter, and we encourage and we get students to sign up for that. That's a bi-weekly newsletter. So students will know more of what's going on with every program and when the registration dates are open and closed. And it just helps them to remember and stay on task with signing up for our programs. And most importantly for you all, as UNIV 100 instructors, it's really, we can help you with many different ways of giving presentations to your classroom. You can go to our website and request request a program. So you can either request a presentation where we can come in and give a short presentation, interactive presentation. We have our students, our interns, or our student assistants come and deliver a presentation about all of our programs so that they can just get the students interested in them and also to sign up for our newsletter. Or if you want a more in-depth workshop, you can request a workshop. We can go in more in depth about leadership, facilitation skills, community service, and we can give you those in depth as well. And then we have asynchronous content we can provide for you, especially for, we've got a lot of Terps Vote modules that you can include in your classroom to really help to guide the students in this election year. That's all for us, and thank you so much for those of you that already signed up for presentations. And this is where you can find more information about us. Our newsletter, if you'd like to sign up yourself to see what's going on, follow us on Instagram. And then also please request a program, reach out to us. We can also do some consultations as well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. I think I accidentally skipped over, which we never want to do. Hang on. Okay, student financial services and cashiering.
Thank you. My name is Robert Hernandez. I'm the manager of the Financial Service Center within Student Financial Services and Cashiering. So really what we'd like to highlight for students is what our role is at the university. So our role is really to explain how billing works at the university, set expectations for what kind of activity they'll see posted to their account, what things they can have applied to their billing account and pay that way, helping them understand based on what type of activity applies to their account or doesn't, how they can go about managing transactions they're expecting. How can they appeal things that look like they're incorrect? How can they request adjustments? How can they look into or speak to the correct department if something hasn't posted that needs to post? We also like to get them comfortable with the billing schedules at the university, how bills are communicated and made available to them. Another big thing we talk about to students and like to share is understanding who can have access to the account. right? Students are busy doing a lot of other things, going to class, getting acclimated to campus, being away from home. So making sure they have parents and supporters set up as authorized payers so that they can keep eyes on the bill. They'll know when there's a bill available. They can make payments. They can also reach out to my office and inquire on the student's behalf. So that's very important. We also like the students to be aware of what other departments they need to reach out to as they're deciding how to cover the cost of their education. They might have benefits available to them. We like to make sure they know that certain benefits are managed by certain offices. So even though we're billing, we serve as more of a information center, kind of directing traffic to make sure they know where they need to go in order to make sure their bill is resolved by a certain date. Next slide, please. Also of great importance, especially for the authorized payers, is how they can pay the bill. So we like to go over all the options available to them. It's very important that they know what options are available. You know, we have a big international community here, so there's certain options that are just for people trying to use funds available in an international account. There are options for paying through US bank accounts. The electronic options are available through the billing portal, which they have access to once they become an authorized payer. So we really kind of hammer that home. We have a semester-based payment plan we like to educate people on so they know they don't have to pay the whole bill at once. They can spread it out over multiple installments. So we'd like to go over that and make sure they know that's an option. We also like to let them know what other options that aren't electronic that we accept and what's important to accompany that payment. So if they have any type of check or money order coming in on the student's behalf, making sure it's made payable to this university, try to avoid having it payable to a student. We can still accept it, but it's going to require a little more work on the student's behalf. Also making sure university ID numbers accompany all communications, all payments, all inquiries, because even though parents and supporters might think their student's name is unique, we try to let them know the university ID number is their unique identifier. That makes sure we process things efficiently and effectively and gets on the right account. That's really all I have. Those are kind of the high points for us. You know, we attend all the new student orientations. Well, we're happy to. If there's another orientation around this program, we're happy to participate. So, you know, if that's an opportunity for that, please let me know. Thank you for your time.
Thanks so much. Okay, bias incident support services.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jennifer. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the program manager for Bias Incident Support Services. We are a unit that is dedicated to addressing hate and bias on our campus and supporting impacted parties who've been impacted by hate and bias. And so we have a report form that if people have been impacted on campus, that they can get in contact with us. They can call us, they can email us. If you remember my name, you can email me directly, or you can walk into our office. And then the reasons to contact us, again, bias on campus is hard and it can really affect a student's outlook and success. And so we want to make sure that we're getting them connected to our office to be able to get them the resources they need. Other reasons that you would contact us are for consultations. If something happened in class that you're like, okay, the vibe is wrong now, or someone's been harmed, or you had a really difficult conversation about the election coming up or anything like that, you can always contact our office to get some advice about how to navigate those conversations. We also do trainings around bias, and we ensure that those trainings are tailored to you and what you need for your class. So we'll consult with you, we'll go over some presentation materials, and then we'll come in and talk to your class about some really hard things. We all have biases, we all have caused harm, and we want to make sure that we're getting the support people need. And then we also advocate alongside. So if there are systems and policies that are not right, that are discriminatory or anything like that, we are also are a part of that. And the next slide. And so this is just a graphic of a little bit about what Bias Incident Support Services does. We also have a live and active dashboard. You'll see that says umd.edu/bias reporting dashboard. You as community members can utilize this. We support students, staff, and faculty in navigating bias and hate on campus and within their classrooms. We also have a report form that you can fill out for trainings that is directly tied to the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. And so you can utilize that to reach us, or you can reach out directly. But we are happy to have those hard conversations with everyone about hate and bias. It's going to be a heavy semester. And so contact us and we will help in the ways that we can. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Appreciate it. Okay, Department of Transportation Services.
Okay, thank you so much for having me. My name is Emily Cossey and I'm with DOTS. And I just wanted to offer to you 3 different options for things that we could do this semester with your class. So the first is an in-class presentation. We have done these for a few years and some of you may have had us in before. It's about a 40-minute presentation. We can shrink it down if needed, but we give an overview of all of our services, get into the weeds on things that students might not know, like exactly how to read those sometimes confusing parking signs. Job opportunities, things like that. And we have giveaways. We do a fun interactive quiz at the end that can get pretty competitive, and there are prizes. So that is one option. Next slide, please. Something new we'd like to offer if you want to do something hands-on is a Shuttle UM group ride. So one thing that we've noticed is that a lot of Maryland students, when they come to campus, they've never ridden transit buses before. And so things like boarding the bus and requesting a stop can be a little confusing to them. So our 104 College Park Metro, we have a new addition to that route where it will, after stopping at the Metro, continue into the Discovery District and stop at Riverdale Park Station, where the Whole Foods is and Starbucks and things like that. And we think that could lend itself really well to doing a group ride. So if you'd like, you can come, we can schedule a time to meet at the Regents Drive bus shelter. Your class can hop on board with us. We can run through all of this with them, show them how to ride Shuttle UM, how to request those stops and download the app and everything like that. And then if there's time, stop at Riverdale Park Station to check out shopping and dining. And then finally, micromobility. Obviously, bikes and e-scooters have really increased in popularity. And so we'd love to do a demonstration with our sustainable transportation team to just show students all these best practices for riding safely, how to signal, how to maintain your bike if you need to put air in the tires or things like that, how to lock your bike so that it doesn't get stolen, and that goes for scooters as well, how to park your vehicle so you're not blocking accessible pathways. And we can also offer for this, you know, a group ride if you have folks in your class who want to try out micromobility or who have their own bikes. We could kind of cap it off with a group ride. Next slide, please. So that's it. Those are kind of the options that we have for you. If you'd like to request a presentation, please send us an email to dotsmarketing@umd.edu. But if you have any other questions, or if you want to talk through anything, please feel free to contact me. We also encourage you and your students to follow us on Instagram, because we do also have things outside of class if they want to come and learn about biking or learn about shuttle. We'll have opportunities posted on Instagram as well. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Emily. Appreciate that. That's a cool opportunity to take the bus down over at Riverdale Park. Okay, Marilyn Hillel.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dawn Savage. I'm the Assistant Director here at Maryland Hillel. And Maryland Hillel is a Jewish organization that supports Jewish students on campus as they get acclimated to the university and finding other Jewish students and creating Jewish community while they are here. So up on the slide just shows some of the things that we offer. As an organization, our goal is to really provide different social, cultural, and religious opportunities for students. Many Jewish students that are coming to campus have had Jewish experiences before, but there's a large range. Some of them are looking for religious experiences. They want to come to a Shabbat dinner or they want to come to services, while others are looking for more of the social aspect. Maybe they went to a Jewish camp or a Jewish youth group, and they just want to find other students that have a similar background as them. So there's a very wide variety of Jewish students on campus, and our goal is to make sure that they feel comfortable on campus as a Jewish student and they can get connected in how they would like. So some of the things that we do, that we provide, are up here on the screen. We offer weekly free Shabbat dinners for all students, Jewish or not. We always encourage students to bring their friends if they want to. They are down here in our building. Our building is located across from the business building. We offer freshman specific programming as well. So some students, they've already gone through our early move-in program called Fresh Fest, which is currently happening right now. We have 300 Jewish students participating in that first year experience. We have different leadership opportunities through cohorts, and we have 20 plus student organizations that fall underneath Maryland Hillel. One thing of note, students may ask about the high holidays. We do offer holiday celebrations for the high holidays and other Jewish holidays, but many are wanting to know about religious exemptions from class during those holiday times, specifically in September, October. So they can always reach out to Maryland Hillel, and we were able to help them navigate how to request that letter exemption, and many other programming. So it's just something to share that we are here for all students. We're here for Jewish students and providing them an experience on campus.
Thanks, Dawn. Appreciate you being here with everything going on over there. We actually drove past it last night and we were like, oh my gosh, looks like so much fun. So love seeing everybody over there. Okay, so next up we have Terps Vote. Naomi, are you here? I think I might have messed this up because I believe LCSL talked on behalf of Terps Vote.
No, I think she signed up separately.
Did she sign up separately? Okay.
Yes, I can just quickly, if she's not here, I can just
Sure,
quickly
if you
say
want to talk
something.
a little bit about it.
Yes, so Terps Vote, I mentioned in request a program, you can request that asynchronous. Otherwise, Terps Vote is very active, especially now. And we do have at terpsvote.umd.edu, you can go on that website and you can find all kinds of information. We have request a Terps Vote presentation, so they will come and give a presentation as well. We've got voting, there's a voting 101 lesson plan on there, and there's also voting 101 slideshow for you to present to your class as well. We're also making a really big push now. We've got a display in the stamp. If you look outside of Starbucks, we've got 2 displays. One's for LCSL, one is for Terps Vote, and we're making a really big push to have students sign up to be poll workers. And you can find that on our website as well, because if they're working as a poll worker, then maybe they get more incentivized to vote as well when they understand the voting process. So there's a lot of wealth of information at terpsvote.umd.edu.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Pamela. I appreciate that. It's never too early to get your students to start thinking about voting and how they're going to vote as well. So, I was an out of state
74
student.
days. 74 days before the election.
Yep, there you go. So we need to start, hammering this in so that they know where to go. Alumni Association and the M book.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Tori. So my name is Jessica, and I'm here with my colleague Rose, who is also on the video, and we're here to talk a little bit about some of our resources that we have available specifically for students. And so for the UNIV instructors in the room, this first bullet will probably be the most helpful. So every semester for UNIV, we do offer what we call our M book presentations. So for those of you that aren't familiar with our M book, it is our student guide to the university experience. And all of our new students will actually be getting this year's copy of the book tomorrow at New Student Welcome at Xfinity Center. And so we have our Student Alumni Leadership Council, and they are our student ambassadors, which Rose will talk a little bit about in just a minute. But they are available to give what we call our M book presentation. So they talk a little bit about what to expect in the M book, talk a little bit about Maryland history, traditions, our bucket list, which is our 20-item list of must-do things on campus. So if you are interested in having one of our student ambassadors come present to your class, we have our sign up link here on our slide, and I'm sure it's you can feel free to click on our on the link in the slide as later on in the presentation. So again, those will start up in mid-September. So feel free to fill out that form, and we'll make sure that we are assigning you an ambassador for a presentation. The other resource that I wanted to share with you all is our Terrapins Connect platform. So for those of you that are familiar with LinkedIn, I'm sure everyone is on this call, but it is pretty much our Alumni Association version of LinkedIn. So everyone on the platform is affiliated with Maryland in some way. So we have a lot of Maryland alums on the platform as well as current students. So folks are able to interact with each other, connect with folks through this platform. Lots of our students have found found internships, job opportunities, have connected with alums about various career opportunities and things like that. So if you want to learn more about Terrapins Connect, we have our link there as well. And then I will now pass it off to Rose to talk a little bit about SALC and our scholarship program.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jess, and thank you, Tori. And hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rose Lexay, Program Manager here at the Alumni Association. So to start off with SALC, we invite your students to connect with our Student Alumni Leadership Council, SALC, as Jess mentioned, the student arm of the Alumni Association. SALC is a board of student leaders that inspire a sense of community among Terps across generations while instilling a lifelong loyalty to the university. For students interested in joining SALC and gaining leadership experience and opportunities to network with alums, and also to learn more about Maryland traditions, events, and programs, I encourage them to follow us on Instagram. We have our handle there at UMDSALC, as we will announce there when applications are open to join. Lastly, our scholarships and awards. The Alumni Association also has a scholarship available for students to apply. This academic year, we awarded 15 scholarships at $5,000 each, totaling in $75,000. Our application will open again on our website in the spring semester and will also be available in the Scholarship Universe platform then. Thank you so much for hearing about us at the Alumni Association. Next slide, Tori. If you have any questions, Jessica and I have shared our contact information here, but thank you so much, and I look forward to connecting with all of you.
Thank you both so much for coming. Appreciate it. Okay, our next presenter is the University Career Center.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Jenny Sack, the program manager here for Career Education Exposure at the University Career Center. I'm excited to share some fantastic resources for our UNIV 100 instructors. Our main value and vision is to empower all University of Maryland students to reach their full career potential. And we have a lot of different spaces that faculty or instructors can integrate these career competencies and development in their courses. But the one space that Tori, thank you. The one space we would like to highlight is our common space within Canva. So at the university, let me reconnect. So we developed a range of resources tailored to meet these needs, starting with our career-related assignments housed in that common space. These assignments are designed to be easily imported into your course and are specifically curated and updated. So it helps students explore career path while building essential skills within the major or field that they want to go into. And you can start by requesting access through the University Career Center. Next, Tori. Thank you. And you can do so by visiting the University Career Center website at careers.umd.edu or contacting the Assistant Director for Education and Exposure, Erica Illy. Next, Tori. Once you have access to that common space from the University Career Center, you can browse through different and various assignments and select the one that best fits your course objectives. Some examples include how to explore their majors or how to connect their career and build community with UMD alumni, or what networking opportunities and strategies such as self-marketing strategies can they develop alongside curricular courses, and certain topics focuses on professional skills and like workplace etiquette that they don't typically get inside the classroom. Next, Tori. Once you find a topic or resource or course that you like, you can easily import and download it as shown in the PowerPoint, the import and download slide. It's a straightforward process, so that's designed to save you time. It has the assignments already embedded into it with a lot of learning opportunities. Next, Tori. In addition, we do have self-paced online modules such as resume basics, informational interviewing, or what is a big thing that we see is connecting the classroom into their career goals or objectives. So choosing a major that aligns with a career and how to navigate that. Next, Tori. So Thank you all. I look forward. We also do have, you can request presentations and workshop through our website, but we do have limited availability. So we encourage you to look into the comment space as much as possible. But if you have any specific questions or requests, you can email myself or Erica Ely. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Jenny. We have next TLTC's Learning Success.
All right, thank you, Tori. Hi, everyone. I am Yvette Motley, and I am the Learning Skills Specialist with our Learning Success team at TLTC. And we are inviting students to come live, learn, lead with us, as I will talk in a few moments about our flagship programs. You'll see some pictures. You may find us on campus doing pop-ups with reminders of how to take a break, to positive self-talk, or even our escape rooms that we've offered to student groups. And we had a grad feud for our graduate students. Next, Tori. All right, so we support students in navigating their academic and personal journeys at UMD through a range of programs, including the Guided Study Sessions, or GSS, the Math Success Program, and academic coaching. Additionally, we offer asynchronous self-paced resources online to further enhance their learning experience. Next. So here we have the Guided Study Sessions program, or GSS, and it offers regularly scheduled review sessions led by our trained peer facilitators who plan and hold 2 50-minute study sessions per week to help students use what they've learned in lectures and put difficult material in perspective. For students to attend these sessions, they will need to register in advance using this QR code or visit go.umd.edu/GSS. Next slide. So the second program we have is the Math Success Program, or MSP, and it is a drop-in collaborative math coaching program located in the Edward St. John building, where students can expect support in algebra, pre-calculus, and calculus 1 through 3. The program assists students in other undergraduate math and statistics-based courses. Math coaching is available online on Sundays and in person most evenings from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. during the fall and spring semesters. For Sunday coaching, students can scan this QR code or visit our registration link to schedule an online appointment. Next slide. And launched last fall semester is academic coaching, and it is a personalized one-on-one 30-minute session with a professional learning skills specialist. And during these sessions, students receive tailored support to enhance various aspects of their learning journey. So this might include or might involve developing study plans and schedules, improving study and time management skills, or just effectively utilizing campus resources. To schedule an in-person or virtual 30-minute academic coaching session, students can scan this QR code or visit go.umd.edu/learn. Next slide. Our website offers, the website listed right here, offers asynchronous learning resources, including self-paced options that allow students to explore a variety of professional development and academic topics. Many instructors have found that the Hack Your Brain series particularly have been effective in empowering students with insights into the science of learning and the development of beneficial study habits. Next slide. So lastly, students can navigate the tutoring.umd.edu site for other online and campus resources. Next slide. So check us out so you can come live, learn, lead with us on Instagram and our handle is @TLTC Terps for learning resources and reminders, as well as our countdown to finals highlight at the end of each semester. You may also see us doing some live takes on how to study, goal setting, all the things. So make sure you follow us. But for more information, please visit learn.umd.edu and follow us again with TOTC Terps. You can also email us if you have any questions at learn@umd.edu. Thank you, Tori. And thank you all for your time.
Thanks so much. Such great resources for students. I love it. Okay, Terpthon.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Nick Bentley, and I'm the Engagement Director for Terpthon. Next slide, please. All right. So Terpthon is a Miracle Network dance marathon that raises money for Children's National Hospital in DC. 100% of the money we raise is donated to the hospital to support the patients, their families, and research. Terpthon began 15 years ago, and over the past 15 years, we've been able to raise $6.5 million. Next slide, please. So what we can offer for freshmen is a program called Membership Development. Membership Development is a 6-week-long program that teaches you the ins and outs of Dance Marathon and being on Terpthon's internal team. The program also offers freshmen a community that will help them build friendships, give back to the community, and even obtain leadership positions. Totally my fault. I forgot to include the QR code, but just a little bit more about what Dance Marathon is, because the name can sometimes be misleading. It's an 8-hour event held this year. It's going to be on March 8th. So it's 8 hours, and you can come, and there will be Miracle Kids who are past or current patients of the hospital, and they'll come and tell their stories while we continue to raise funds and awareness for the hospital. There's also tons of programming throughout the day, including dancing, games, competitions, food. And one of the biggest misconceptions is, since it's a dance marathon, you have to dance the whole time or dance at all. You don't have to do any of that. You can just come and enjoy hanging out with a group of like-minded individuals. Yeah. Next slide, please. If you have any further questions, you can reach me. My email and my phone number is listed here, and the membership development chair who would run the freshman program, Victoria, her information is also listed below. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Nick. I was actually part of that first dance marathon. I was a sophomore here at UMD when that happened. So pretty cool to see how far you guys have developed it and how far you've come. So thanks for doing all that great work.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is our Do Good Institute.
Howdy, y'all. For all the University 100 faculty I have not met yet, welcome. My name is Matt Talley, and I'm the Program Associate for Outreach and Engagement over at the Do Good Institute. And specifically, I oversee all of our new student outreach and programming. If I could have the next slide. Tori, do you have my updated slides?
I might not. These are the ones that I had on here. We can send out the updated slides.
Yeah, if you could send those out. So when it comes to the Institute, our role on campus really is to be able to inspire students to want to be able to identify and take action in social issues that they care about. And then from there, to actually provide the resources to be able to help support them. So whether that's coaching, financial resources, just workshops and trainings throughout the course of their time at the university, as well, just to be able to be a resource to connect them with all of the different social impact opportunities at the university. When it specifically comes to our University 100 faculty, I see so many of you. Last fall, we presented in more than half of our University 100 sections. Specifically, we have 2 programming opportunities that we push our University 100 faculty to consider. One is what we call Terps Take Action. So it's a 45 to 60-minute workshop, really interactive, introducing students to 5 different strategies for how they can take action, giving space to reflect on their experience and identify what it could look like for them to do that here at the university. And outside of that, we also just do like a 5 to 15 minute Meet the Do Good Institute presentation. So maybe if you don't have a full class section, if you got space for us to just come and to give an announcement of our different programs and the deadlines that are coming up for students to apply. In particular, we've got a new student cohort. So it's our Changemaker Pathways in the fall. So it's a 5-week cohort for students to be able to check out. So it's always an opportunity that we try and share with new students. But you've most likely got an email from me for workshop requests for our Terps Take Action. So if you've been thinking about it, definitely check it out. We're already working with 40 different faculty this fall. So we'd love to be able to add you to that list of classes we're connecting with this fall. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. If you share the new ones with me, I'll make sure that everybody gets them.
Great. I've got them in the drive, so they should be good.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, the Writing Center.
Hello. Thank you. Hi, I am Sarah Wilder. I'm a faculty member in the Department of English and director of the Writing Center. So the Writing Center offers support for undergraduate student writers from their first year on all the way through till they graduate or a little bit after. Most students take their gen ed writing courses, but we provide support for them on any type of writing they're doing at any stage of the writing process. So our goals are really to support and celebrate undergraduate student writing. We do that most of our work through a peer tutoring model. So most of our tutors are also undergraduate students. They'll sit down with a student who comes in for a consultation, work with them on brainstorming, work with them on organization, on sentence level writing stuff. We offer a range of ways that students can access our services. So they can come in person and have a face-to-face meeting with somebody. They can have an online meeting. They can take part in asynchronous workshops, what we call our 24 hours later feedback. We also offer a number of writing workshops on particular genres, maybe like writing personal statements, on citation practices, that kind of thing. We do offer class visits, and this is something I think for University 100 that would be really great, even if you're not doing a ton of writing in University 100 itself, just for students to know about us. It stinks when a student finds out about us their senior year and says, oh, I wish I had that time. So to encourage students to visit, you can offer extra credit. You can have us come visit you and give a 10 to 15 minute talk. Or whatever. Oops, sorry, you don't have to play the video. But we do also have a video. It should be linked on our website and in that slide. I think you should be able to find it, even though it's not showing up here on the slide right now. Just it tells students how to find us, how to make an appointment, etc. So feel free to reach out to us at writadmin@umb.edu. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Sarah. It will be there. That's why I was clicking it. I'm like, maybe there's animation in these slides and I don't know, but
nope.
It definitely will be there. Awesome. Thanks so much. And last but certainly not least, our Memorial Chapel.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kate. I wear many hats here at the chapel, not as many as Denise, but quite a few. And one of the things that I was asked to do today was to share with you the resources that the chapel offers to students, as well as what we can do for you as Unit 100 instructors. So the chapel has 13 separate chaplaincies. They cross a variety of faiths. I know Marilyn Hillel is one of them. They presented earlier, and 12 others. We have garden spaces with benches that have journals underneath where students can just like anonymously write if they feel the need to like express themselves, some draw on them, write poetry, leave notes for other people, all kinds of stuff. We have a labyrinth, which looks kind of like a maze. It's in the gardens, and that is a meditative tool for, just like mindfulness practice. We have 6 different rentable spaces, including the labyrinth, the patio, our 2 chapels our conference room and our lounge. We offer department and student rates. So if student groups want to meet, we are not limited to spiritual events. So a lot of fraternities and sororities like to do their initiation ceremonies here. We do concerts, we do all kinds of stuff. And so the last thing I want to talk about was our labyrinth facilitations. Next slide, please. These are free to our Unif 100 instructors. We will base them on your class schedule, so you can bring your class to us. We give a tour of the chapel and the spaces. We list all the resources. We do a garden activity in our listening garden, which is new as of last April. And we do a walk through the labyrinth, and we do a guided meditation with your students. So they get to know the space. We talk a little bit about the chaplaincies and the other spiritual resources we have here on campus. So this is our contact information. We are on, I forgot to put these on here, but we are on quite a few different social media platforms as UMD Chapel. Some, depending on the age of the students, different social media are more acceptable for them. So we offer everything from Facebook to Threads. You can reach out to us via email or phone if you would like to book your tour with us. We can do anything from 45 minutes to an hour, so you can use your whole class time or just a little bit of it. And we would love to see you come out.
Perfect. Thanks, Kate. Appreciate it. Okay, well, that wraps up our UNIV 100 virtual resource tour. Thank you all so much for coming. If you are watching this as a recording, all of these slides, handouts, all of the material the panelists talk about today will be on our instructor resource drive, which you can visit by going to go.umd.edu/UNIV instructor resources. There you will find not only this information, but lots of information to help you along the way as you teach University 100. We will be in touch soon, as I'm sure you've already been getting my newsletters, but we will be sending another one out next week with some exciting training and development sessions for September. So we hope to see you there. Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate everyone that came to help out today.